obviously disappointed in the way the game ended. It turned pretty quickly and pretty extremely on us. Kids played really, really hard. We had control of the ball game, driving, deep in Marshall territory with the lead in the fourth quarter. And, from that point, we just made way too many huge mistakes, and had some guys just, have some huge busts that you can't have. And Marshall took advantage of that and able to put the game away. I told the kids all week, told them at halftime, this game's going to go down to the wire, and that's the way it was headed. But good football teams can't make those mistakes, can't have stretches where they play like that and expect to win. So I know the first three quarters weren't perfect, but our kids were playing hard and giving us a chance. So disappointed in the end of the ball game.
Coach, the double pass obviously was a huge play. Is that something you
Do what?
the double pass?
Yep.
Is that something you've seen on film or?
We talked about it. A team with a screen game like that, you knew it was something they had in their arsenal. We literally talked about it right before we took the field for that snap. We had a defense called where it should have been protected. We had a huge bust that you can't have.
Coach, how would you kind of assess the offense? Y'all did some good things in the running game, the passing game. It seemed inconsistent.
You did some good things, and you got some things where you need to correct it. You got we had some drops early in the ball game. We had too many penalties. You look at the drive. Right after the missed field goal, we got the ball and drove it right down there again, and had the two big penalties, which took us out of field goal range and took us out of scoring range. You had two great chances in the fourth quarter to score with the lead. And so, there's lots of reasons for inconsistencies on offense. Part of it's execution, and part of it's just discipline.
Was the plan to go with Mason, kind of from the start through the whole game, or take us through the quarterback situation?
Well, you started him because he gave you the best chance to win tonight, and he gave us a great chance to win for a lot of the ball game. No matter which quarterback you go with, you're going to have to go through some stuff as they get acclimated. He made some mistakes, but some of the other guys out there on the field did too. So we got a lot to clean up.
Mason did a lot of good things with his legs, running the ball. How do you get him to just become a more efficient passer?
Well, he's just gotta continue to gain experience in the pocket. He's got to calm down a little bit. But I thought, I think he did some good things, and he also he's got to calm down. He's a really, he wants to win worse than anybody, and so he's, sometimes you press when you're like that. So.
Coach, we saw Shane Calhoun leave with an injury. Can you give us any details on if it was upper body or lower body?
I think he'll be fine.
You touched on how quickly it kind of snowballed there. What can you, your team learn from that aspect? It seemed like just big play after big play happened after that.
Well, you can't go start doing your own thing, just because they get the lead and the momentum in the fourth quarter. You still gotta have great gap integrity and gotta play together. And when you don't, you give up big plays. And we've got to evaluate what we're doing coaching wise too, that we're continuing to put them in the best situations. So I'm really disappointed from the midway in the fourth quarter on, and it's learning how to win. And we've got a lot of guys in the locker room that know how to win, but you also got a lot of new guys, and you got a lot of young guys. One thing about our new guys is not many of them are old. We've got a lot of new young guys, and so they've got to come along pretty quickly.
You guys were able to stack the line of scrimmage for 3 quarters pretty strong, and they had like maybe 45 rush yards, I think, going into the fourth quarter. What can you say that you thought went right, and what did you not like so much about the way they finished? Obviously, again, you mentioned that those plays happened late.
The fourth quarter, the big plays were busts. They're us, and Marshall capitalizes on them. But no, we had a good feeling about how they would come out and try to attack us, and the kids were prepared, and we played very well defensively for 3.5 quarters. And you know, the big play on the double pass, you know, that gave them the lead and the momentum, and we didn't respond to that very well.
Touched on the passing. How much of that is Mason, and how much of it is guys getting open, or is it a combination of the two?
Oh, I think it's a combination of a lot of things.
Penalties, Coach, I know you want to address it. What are you seeing as far as what's causing those penalties?
Well, we'll look at them and make sure that they're there. But obviously a lot of them are. And, you know, we got to clean them up. You got to clean them up. I mean, the kids know it too, so we'll address it this week.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thanks a lot.